Yo, what's up? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. As always, I hope you are doing great. And for today's reaction, we have a blast from the past, at least for me, because we are reacting to Young and Dumb by Avril Lavigne and Simple Plan. And this is a crazy collab in my opinion. Yeah, being born into like the 90s, those artists were everywhere when I was younger. You couldn't escape it. MTV, radio, talk shows, name it, they were there. So yeah, I spent a lot of time listening to those two bands, I would say. And maybe I've been living under a rock since that time, but I feel like it's been a while that we have heard anything about those two artists, especially when it comes to Simple Plan, because Avril Lavigne, if I'm not mistaken, I heard some stuff here and there back in 2019 when she released that album titled Head Above Water. But even that, it's 6 years ago. So yeah, I'm really excited for what they have prepared for us with that new song. Alright, so based on the lyrics, it feels like a nostalgic song reminiscing about those younger years when they were young and dumb. We started the song with 2002 and I'm hanging on a tour bus, leaving my hometown Napanee, rocking a necktie, black eyeliner, white tank top, and I'm chasing my dreams. And 2002 is when everything started for Avril Lavigne. It's when she released her first studio album titled Let Go. And she also talks about the specific style she had during that era, during those years. And 2002, after that, it's when her career just skyrocketed. I think the chorus is also a great example of that nostalgia we feel throughout the song. If we go into the lyrics, we have, I've been thinking about that summer when we had each other, back when we were young and dumb and we knew everything. We said this would last forever, can't get any better, like when we were young and dumb and we had everything. So you really feel that it's all about remembering those good times you had in the past. It's all about the fun you had, I feel like saying you were dumb but also knew everything just contradicts itself, And for me, it just really shows the mental state you are in as a teenager, perceived by the older generation, the older people, as being young and dumb, But for you, the teenager, it's the opposite. You feel like everybody else is stupid and dumb and you're the one that knows everything. For me, it's just there's a certain innocence there and I just think it's beautiful. In the second verse, we have some cool lines. We start with, we're back again and now it's 20 years later. Somehow it feels like nothing's changed. And they are saying that because 20 years ago in 2003, Avril Lavigne and Simple Plan went on a tour together. So it's just mind-blowing to see that 20 years later, they decide to create this collab and collab together on a song. A lot of people right now must have their mind blown. And then after that, when we go back into the lyrics, we have, I'm just a kid, still a pop punk skater. They told me get a job, but I said no way. And when I saw I'm Just a Kid, I couldn't help myself but think of the song by Simple Plan, I'm Just a Kid. I still sing this one to this day randomly. Sometimes it just pops in my head and I'm like, I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. Like, you can't help yourself. This song is such a great one. But anyway, I feel like there might be some other references throughout the song that I'm missing on. So if you have any info, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. And for now, let's do it young and dumb. I feel like it's just going to be straight up fun. Some pop punk fun. Ooh, damn. Yeah, you just want to be with your friends.
2002 and I'm hanging on the tour bus, leaving my hometown Napanee, rocking a necktie, black eyeliner, white tank top, and I'm chasing my dreams. Yeah, living like a rock star, trashing hotel rooms. Let's get stupid tattoos, okay, 'cause
super cute.
Like when we were young and dumb and we had everything.
Okay, so yo, we're already halfway there. That's crazy. A bunch of stuff that I like. First, we start with the first shots, getting to that motel, and then seeing not herself, but maybe it was herself, kind of like reminiscing those good old days, like we said, but just seeing this version of her. And also, I don't know if it could represent maybe the influence that she had on all those young girls, that after that adopted her style and just the way she was, behaving, if we want to. So it could either be remembering stuff or seeing the influence that she had. In terms of music, it's super cutesy, like you're all with your friends around a campfire, reminiscing, remembering those good old times and all those memories you created with those people. This is really the vibe of the song. Same thing that we had in the lyrics. If we talk about the music, it sounds a little like childish to me. Maybe it's the point of it. So let's go back. Let's start from the top. Listen to that. Yeah, and they were talking about that tour too, and now they're out of that tour bus back in 2002, 2003 when they toured. Talking about Skater Boy right now. It's super cute. Yeah, with the hands. Yeah, it's just it cracks me up. I don't know why. It's like yeah. That's gonna be my new move for the week. Well, yeah, with the okay. I'm dead. The break, taking the energy, then boom.
Living our best life, like when we were young and dumb and we knew.
So this is the part that you sing where this is where everybody connects together, and then it's the moment that you just engage with everybody. That oh, I don't know the melody, but something like this,
Everything.
Yeah. Oh,
Living our best life, like when we were young and dumb and we knew everything.
We're back again, now it's 20 years later. So now it feels like nothing's changed. I'm just a kid, still a pop-punk skater. They told me get a job, but I said no way. Living like a rock star, trashing dressing rooms, smashing Fender guitars, 'cause we got.
Yeah, they're not young anymore. It's crazy to witness that, you sometimes it's like those memories are in your head and you're kind of like they're stuck during that time, you don't think people age, or you still remember them as those young and you can say dumb, but those young people and teenagers and young adults that played that music. So it's so weird sometimes to see that they actually, they grew up and they are not what you think or this image that you had in your mind. It's like a little shock,
Get a job, but I said no way. Living like a rock star.
Yeah, it's like, damn, we're not that young anymore. Kick in the face right there.
Guitars, 'cause we got nothing to lose.
I've been thinking about that summer when we had each other, back when we were young and dumb and we knew everything. We said
it's so cool to see that they're still having that much fun together. It must be crazy for them to be kind of like, yo, remember in 2003 when we toured? Who would have known that 20 years away from that, we would be here filming this and yeah, being the bands and the person that they are. It's just crazy. Let's go back because there's a part that I really like.
A punk skater, they told me get a job, but I said no way. Living like a rock star, trashing dressing rooms, smashing Fender guitars, 'cause we got nothing to lose.
I like that shot there. Really cool.
When we had each other, back when we were young and dumb and we knew everything.
That is my favorite line. Ba, 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 da, da. Being young and dumb and we knew everything.
Back when we were young and dumb and we knew everything.
Oh yeah, that's just perfect. I think this is probably my favorite part of the song.
Like when we were young and dumb and we had everything.
Little Phil right there.
These are the best nights. Living our best life. Like when
Yeah, I really like this.
young and dumb and we knew
In the cart, really great vibe.
These are the best nights. Living our best life. Like when we were young and dumb and we knew everything. I've been thinking about that summer when we had each other. Back when we were young and dumb and we knew everything.
So cute. I think I'm gonna be listening to Simple Plan and Avril Lavigne for the next week. That is for sure. With my little yeah move. That's what I'll be doing this week. Like we said earlier, this is really a blast from the past, but also a kick in the face. A kind of like wake up call. Like, man, we're not that young anymore. I think I'm gonna take 2 minutes and go cry in the corner for 2 seconds. But yeah, overall, good energy all across the board. The lyrics, the music video, everything was well connected together. And yeah, it just made me feel like I was around a campfire with some good old friends, just telling stories and remembering how crazy we were back in the days. Now, I want to know how you felt about the song. Is it your new anthem for the summer? Did it bring you back into the 2000s? Do you think it's a little cringe maybe because they're old now? You let me know how you felt about it. And on that note, it's you, it's me, it's us. Peace out.